Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Walt here from Down the Block Sports, and today I want to talk about Major League Baseball. We have another major signing at the shortstop position in Detroit. What I want to talk about today is who that signing is, how this affects the shortstop market, and how much better the Detroit Tigers are heading into 2022. Again, I'm Alec Walt. This is Down the Block Sports. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more of my exclusive content. Yes, we have another shortstop off the market, this time for the Detroit Tigers. We had Corey Seager sign, Marcus Semien sign on the same team. Many question who that shortstop will be in Detroit, and we have our answer. It's Javier Baez, who's leaving the Mets and heading to the Detroit Tigers. Now, I know a lot of Detroit fans wanted Carlos Correa, who's arguably the top shortstop here in this market. I think his market's now extremely cloudy with Detroit no longer in the mix, but I still think Tigers fans should be happy over the signing of Javier Baez. Baez is a multi-time All-Star, made the team in 2018 and 2019 in the National League. He didn't have a great 2020. He didn't have a great 2021 in Chicago. He picked things up offensively in New York, but obviously people remember the thumbs down incident, which was not very well received by the New York fans and the New York media. So after making those signings in New York, left him available, and he's in Detroit for 6 years. Last year on the season, he hit 265 with an 813 OPS, 31 home runs, 87 RBIs. This man has been an offensive machine these last few full seasons. In 2018, he hit 260 with an 881 OPS, 34 home runs, and 111 RBIs. And in 2019, he hit 281 with an 847 OPS, 29 home runs, and 85 RBIs. The Detroit Tigers came to this offseason with a very specific plan. They needed to improve in the rotation, get a veteran, and also improve in the middle of the infield with getting a veteran presence as well. So here are the positives with Javier Baez. One, he can play shortstop. That is their weakest position in the infield. They have Candelario at third. They have Scope at second. They needed someone to fill that shortstop position due to the state of the roster with very little extremely massive contracts. Yes, I understand Miggy is still there, but they had some flexibility, some ability to spend money here in the offseason. They gave nearly $80 million to Eduardo Rodriguez, and now they gave $140 million to Javier Baez. So Baez is a veteran. Baez is a guy with an attitude. You know, I understand a lot of people don't love, sometimes his antics, the thumbs down really turned a lot of people against him. But, you need that presence, that attitude, that spark when you want to compete in Major League Baseball. Detroit Tigers take that step from rebuilder to contender. They don't have a lot of guys who've played important games in September. This team doesn't have a lot of guys who've played playoff games, won a World Series. Javier Baez, when he was with the Cubs, was a massive piece to why they did compete on a yearly basis and then eventually win a World Series in 2016. I mean, this guy is that type of player. You want someone to be that emotional energy late in the season. He can do that. Now, on the flip side, he's shown the ability to be a negative presence when they lose, and I don't know how many games they're going to win next year. But A.J. Hinch played with a team in Houston. We've seen guys in Houston be very vocal while he was on the team. I think he knows how to manage someone like him, which Luis Rojas clearly did not know how to do last year with the New York Mets. So with his presence in the lineup, he can fit in the center, somewhere in the middle. He is an extremely productive hitter when he's healthy through a full 62-game season. Detroit's lineup's not going to be as good as New York's, but adding someone like him to this lineup is going to make every single young player around him a lot better. So again, he's an attitude, he's experienced, he's very good defensively, by the way. I don't want to forget that. So your young pitching staff, which is extremely good, your defense just got a heck of a lot better in the middle of the infield, which should only help them. So there's a lot to like here with the Javier Baez signing. I need to mention one more thing before I move on. It's only 6 years. He's 28 years old right now, I believe. So this isn't going to be one of those deals like a Semien or a Seager, who I do think are amazing players, but they're signing deals that end when they're like 38, 39 years old. If the Tigers were to sign Correa and give him a 13-year deal, that deal would end when he's 39 or 40. Javier Baez He turns 29 in December. Okay, so he'll be 35 when the contract ends. You're still getting very good years of Javier Baez, but you're not stuck on the end of the contract having to pay 30 plus $1 million for a dude who's 37, 38, and 39. I think that's a little added bonus to adding Javier Baez. Now, obviously, with the positives comes the negative. He is a strikeout machine. It's terrifying how much he's striking out lately. I mean, I'm going to read you the numbers from 2017 because in 2021 he had his career high, but it's been, just listen. 2017 144, 2018 167, 2019 156. So it didn't go up every year. There was a little bit of a dip in between. But in 2021, Javier Baez had a career high 184 strikeouts on the season. So he's going to Detroit after having the worst strikeout year of his career. Like it seems like everyone around Major League Baseball is striking out. It's just the reality of the game right now. But the swing and miss in Javier Baez's game is really, really scary. So yes, he's an energy player, plays a premier position, solid defensively, has been there, done that in September and October. But Detroit needs to make sure that issue doesn't get worse. Because it's been trending in the wrong direction for 4 years to the point where he struck out 184 times. That's not good at all. So Detroit needed to get that veteran. They did. I know fans are probably wanted the Correa or wanted the Seager or heck even wanted the Simeon. Heck, I'd even say Story at this point is better than Baez, but I still think getting it one of the shortstops was a goal here for Detroit, and they did. You know, did they get arguably the worst of the 5? You could say that. You know, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, we're talking about 4 elite middle infielders in Major League Baseball. But Detroit got an energy guy who can play the middle of the infield, help the order, help these young kids grow, be a leader in late in the season because he's been there before. And the Tigers are not paying him after the age of 35. You got to be impressed with Avila right now, because he signed 2 players that are going to help the Tigers a ton. And what have they both done? Win a World Series, baby. You want to win one in Detroit? You need players who've been there, managers who've done there. And they're adding those type of players around the young core that's developing in Detroit. Again, Javier Baez is signing with the Tigers at 6 years and $140 million. What do you believe of the Javier Baez signing? How much better do you believe the Detroit Tigers are after making this deal? Feel free to comment that below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more of my exclusive content. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you very soon.